Good morning, students. Today we will study the environment of plant. Different types of plant grow in different places under different set of environmental condition. The distribution of plant in time and space, their physiognomy, their phenology, and their compensatory and behavioral adaptations are all regulated by the condition of the environment in which the plant grow. The various conditions which affect the form and function of plant either directly or indirectly are termed as environmental factor or ecological factor. The life of a plant is so intimately related with the environmental factor of a place that every species of a plant seems to be fitted to a particular set of environmental conditions within the limit of which it is able to grow and reproduce its own kind. The preferred environment of a plant is normally called its habitat. This term therefore denotes a more concrete meaning of the surrounding than the term environment. Though the environmental factors have to be studied individually, it should be noted that they do not act in isolation from one another. As a matter of fact, all the factors interact with one another to influence the organism. The ecological factor can be classified under four major categories. First, climatic factor, adaptive factor, topographic factor, and biotic factor. In his theory of biotic factor, in the Theory of Tolerance and Principle of Limiting Factor, Goods in 1953 emphasized that the plant distribution is controlled primarily by the climatic factor, secondarily by the adaptive factor, and that the plant processes are limited by different range of intensity of climate and adaptive factor. First is the climatic factor. It has been observed that though the climate of a particular region is fairly uniform over a wide area, variation in the climate takes place over relatively small area due to topographical or other factor. These local variations or microclimate are strictly limited to the small area in which they can be arranged both vertically and horizontally. Some of the examples of significance are the microclimates of the mountain height, steep slope, thick grooves, exposed and covered place. The atmospheric factor which affect the plant are called the climatic factor. They are as follows: the water, atmospheric moisture, temperature, light, wind velocity, and atmospheric gases. Water. The role of water in the growth and development of a plant is of great importance. Water is absolutely essential for the protoplasm of living cell. The hydration of the protoplasm is essential for its correct organization and for the proper functioning of organelles it contains. The turgidity of cell help in their functioning. Water is a medium for the movement of gases, mineral, etc. within the plant. Water take part in other metabolic reaction in which many substances are dissolved. Enzymes act in a medium of water. Water take part in numerous condensing and hydrolyzing reaction. Second is precipitation. It is intimately related with the amount of water available to the plant. Water is the most important factor controlling the type and distribution of plant communities. Rainfall, in fact, increases the moisture content of the soil and the humidity of the atmosphere. Precipitation takes place when the warm air full of water vapor from the ocean, river, lakes, stream, ponds and plant transpiration etc. move to the colder belt of the atmosphere. The water vapor cools off at the height and condense in the form of water drops. Mountain slopes lying in the path of moist wind get plenty of rainfall and are therefore fertile, covered with dense forest. The other side, the lee slope, get very low rainfall and is usually called a rain shadow. The water is deposited in one of the three known forms of atmospheric precipitation,